Welcome to the City of Palatka Community Redevelopment Agency meeting. It is November 10th, 2025 at 5 p.m. and I'm calling this meeting to order, beginning with the invocation led by Pastor Mulberry and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Davis. Pastor Mulberry first. He was there.
We thank you for your kindness, for your love, for your patience. We thank you for all your many benefits and blessings, Lord, that you have bestowed upon us. Pray, God, you're blessed upon this gathering on tonight, that you would be in the midst of your people. God, that you would give the wisdom that is needful for moving this city in the right direction. Pray, God, for every decision that is made. God, you be glorified in it. Let your name be praised in it. And we are thankful and give you glory for it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Davis. Present. Commissioner Campbell.
Present.
Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Quorum. Commissioner Palatka.
Here.
Ms. Jackson.
Present.
And Carrera.
Present. Thank you. We have quorum. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes from October 23rd, 2025?
Yes, Mayor. I move that we approve the minutes.
Thank you. We have a motion.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition? Thank you. Before we go to public comments, I do want to congratulate Miss West on her appointment as the president of the Putnam County Bar Association.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Awesome.
On to public comments. Public comments are for items not specific on the agenda. Mr. Russo, 3 minutes, please, and give your name and city or town of residence.
Sorry. 3 minutes, I need to get all this in 3 minutes. Vito Russo, 415 Emmett Street, Palatka, Florida. I can't act on any of these things. I'm really up here just to give you guys a heads up on what we're gonna be getting on the agenda the next time around. And a couple of easy ones. We've got a historic marker we're trying to get funding for. It's related to Grand Gables. It's similar to the historic marker that's at the Bronson Mulholland House. So that has been in the works for, I think, years. And I got a conversation going on with Tate Miller about this. So I wanted to bring it up to get it on the agenda and see if we can get that finalized. So the historic marker is one. Second thing I wanted to bring your attention to is the neighborhood entrance signs. I was talking to Kristen Odom before she left, and she encouraged us on the south side to revise the neighborhood entrance signs. So we were going to request some funding from the TIF program to do that. I do have some numbers here, but I don't think it's really relative at this point. So we'll hold off on that. The big item that I really want to speak about, which is quite expensive, and that is purchasing a vacant lot in the South Historic neighborhood to convert it to a passive recreational green space park. The lot that I'm referring to is kitty corner from Hammock Hall. The very large lot is at 311 Kirkland Street. And it's a very large lot. It would, I think using it and creating a passive recreational green space park would be really a wise use of CRA funds. So the other thing, a couple of questions I had that I would need a response from you guys is, I'm not exactly sure the timing of applying for the South Tip program. A couple people in the neighborhood have asked me about it, and I know there's a new program. I have a copy of the application, and I have given that out. But I really wasn't quite certain of the board is composed of who? I don't know who's on the board that's gonna rank these applications. And, I'm not sure of the timing, so I know that there's a grant application window that you get the grant application in by, and then when is it awarded? What's the timeline on that? How long does it take to get an award, or to go through all the applications, ranking them, and then awarding the grant? Could somebody answer that for me?
Well, we don't have that kind of, we will try to answer your questions after public comment.
Right, so that's the question of the timing.
And speaking of timing, that's your 3 minutes.
So that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to know who's on the board.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
What, is there anybody else here for public comment? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Go ahead, Ms. West.
Mayor, I apologize. I have misadvised this board. Unfortunately, I just looked it up to confirm with the Attorney General's office. It doesn't constitute quorum. You can still
what I
proceed
thought.
with the meeting. You have to be physically present in order for it to constitute
Right.
quorum. My apologies for that. I thought there was a recent change. You can still proceed with the meeting, but any
can't vote
action
on
you
it
take
yet.
will not be binding on the CRA board. So it's within your discretion. You have a few people here from the public on how you'd like to proceed. My apologies.
Okay, and so therefore the meeting approval, the minutes approval is void. Okay, so we can proceed, although, because folks are here, I don't want to do that to the people here and just, and whoever happens to be watching online. Public comments, Mr. Russo's questions. With the historic marker, have folks also looked at the CLG program? I don't know if we have anybody here right now that can help in the city with the Certified Local Government Program, but they have a grant program for historic markers. That is what funded the one at the Bronson Mulholland House. I filed that application at that time, which was several years ago. That might be an option too, a CLG grant
Yes,
for
and
that.
go ahead. As it
Okay.
relates to the other questions, I would like the opportunity to respond back.
Okay, please go
Okay,
ahead.
because we are in a sense of reorganization.
Mhm,
And
please.
for the moment, myself and sometimes the planning director, we're both kind of making sure we respond.
Okay, and can somebody answer the question about who is on the ranking committee for the
Do-
CRA grants?
know,
Because I'm not
Pam?
sure of who all
Who's
the
on that?
folks are.
Well,
We'll get
it's
that
better that I
information.
get back to him,
Yes,
please.
so Ms. Cotty will get back to you on that.
Okay,
specifically.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Regular business special event grant application approval, well, we really can't do much with
Yes,
that
I-
other than discuss it. Go
Okay,
ahead,
I'll
tell us.
Just talk
Yes,
about it.
talk about it.
Yes,
please.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Ms. Christian had presented this before, and we were just a little bit confused as to whether or not it had been approved that we could move forward. We think it was approved to the extent, to include it in the budget, which we do have that 15,000 sitting there. And just wanted you to have full understanding of the intent of the special event grant program. The purpose is to generate activity to reinforce CRA goals, and it's eligible only for city services. So that's what the grant is for. Police, fire, sanitation, permitting. Some of the eligibility criteria is that it must take place in the central business district, open to the public, at least 500 attendees.
Okay, and it also has to be an emerging or new
Or
event,
new
right?
event
I think that's
established.
kind of key. So
Yes.
people that have been doing the same event for several years to
Right.
come back. I have a question though, and we can't approve it anyway, but why do we only include the central business TIF?
Right, this is just proposed.
Okay.
I would like the input.
Yes, we
Mhm.
include it, be
All
applicable
three.
to all three TIF districts.
Okay, good.
That's my
Thank you.
suggestion. Go ahead, Commissioner Davis.
I agree with the mayor. In addition, one of the, my question is, I noticed it's recommended here for $15,000, which means what other criteria if we had more than one that exceeded that amount, or, what does that look like? Some of the sample city service costs for past events are listed, and only, one is over 15K and two are like right below 15K. But that's just something to think about when this comes back for consideration.
I agree.
Thank you.
Because the
That's-
funding is in the CRA.
It is,
And we need to use that funding.
right.
So I think we should consider that and provide more opportunities. And if it's not used, then it goes to something else, but I think we should allocate a higher amount too.
So is there a suggestion to increase it? to
Yes, that's our suggestion.
Maybe 30,000 at least?
Yeah, and maybe then we can discuss it at the next go around.
Okay. And also
And,
how would we
Mayor,
do?
And if that's the case with the recommendation, if we have one new emerging event, and it's almost 30,000, we can only fund one new emerging event per year. So
Yeah.
again, just if we could tighten up the specifics in the document.
Okay,
Thank you.
Is there a maximum amount that
well,
the organization?
that's another thing I was looking at is what would be the maximum
I
amount that
think
we
that
could
would
give
help
per
tighten it up.
event?
That would be
Because
good.
that way, if we say like 5,000,
I think
you
that
know,
makes sense.
then we
'cause-
would help more,
Yeah. Yeah, I think
events
we
to
need to
take
tighten it up
place.
in that regard, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, thank you for your input.
Okay, on to report FY 24-25 unspent revenue carryover report.
Yes, the intent of this report is to be certain that we use the most recent amount now that we're at year end. So as of this moment, with all of the adjustments that we are aware of, if you go to the 5th page of the report where the summary is, the revenues were 931,000 and we spent 568,000. So net results is 362,430. And we had to carry forward from prior years. So
If I may,
Go ahead.
as the clerk is bringing up the document
yes,
for our attendees, I was just gonna ask if you could press pause,
please.
just so
I
we
got
could
it.
understand.
Yeah, I thought she had it up. I was just moving. Thank you. Yeah.
You said page 5.
Page 5. Right there. That's the page that will capture it. If you can make it a little larger, is that it? That's the best? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if we follow that page, we can understand that of the 931,000, we did not spend 362,000. And so we already had a carry forward of 1,337,000. So the amount that we carry forward to this new budget year that we're in is 1,699,000. So the projects that are detailed in the budget that are in line with the CRA plan is that potable water line replacement, phase 3 of the St. John's Avenue streetscape, historic building revitalization, the Tillman House and the Larimore, and also the building improvement cost share grant. So what this serves as, when we're able to vote, when the commissioners can vote on it or the board, this is taking action to say this money is rolling forward specifically to be used for these projects. And that is a requirement. If you go to the next page, Ms. Karen. So the section 163.387 Florida statute requires that on the last day of the CRA's fiscal year, any money remaining after payment of expenses, we have to administer it one of 4 ways. So we either return the money or use it to reduce indebtedness or deposit it into an escrow account. And we're selecting to appropriate to a project. And that's what I'm recommending, that as a board, there is an actual action taken to say the money that's carried forward is being appropriated to those projects that were detailed. And And then this is a recap of what our 4-point action plan is, which is included in our CRA plan. That's that.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead, Commissioner.
the 362, 430 number, that the carryover. Is there any specific way that it has to be broken up among those 5 projects, or can it be all on one or split between 2? Or I mean, or is it how?
So in this case, that 362 is added into that 1,337,000. And so you're really trying to make certain that whatever the total amount is, in this case, is that 1,699,000 that you have identified projects to. So it's not broken down just for the 362. These added together equal that 1,699,693.
So the answer is it can be used in any of.
Any of them, any of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
Okay,
And when I
that's the
look-
only thing the 362 can carry over to, is those 5.
Yes, sir.
No, we could have, yeah, that's what you came up with as a plan, but no, it could be used for other things too. I mean, so when you look at to me, when you look at the building improvement cost share grants, 208, we've not generally been spending as much as we've allocated, is that correct?
That's
So
true.
there may be money available in that line item to use for something else, like a facade grant. When we talk about having downtown, some continuity, commercial corridor revitalization. So for example, that might be money available to do that if we so desire, or the board
Right.
desires in the future.
Yeah,
So there is some flexibility is the point.
but it's just that,
It has to be.
yeah, this year's
I'll-
budget, that's what we have.
Go ahead, Commissioner Davis.
I want to make sure I clarify. Right now, it's not allocated, so it can be used. But your recommendation is that when we have carryover, that it is allocated to specific projects.
That's for
That's what you're.
Florida
that's
statute,
That's what the statute
the
says.
statute mandates.
And then my second question is, I know right now, until we get a CRA coordinator or manager or
Mhm.
whatever that looks like, I'm requesting, can we get some movement on some recommendations and some, we talk about this potential facade grant, we talk about all these things.
Mhm.
I'm looking for some recommendations on how to meet our plan goals
Right.
and actively do that instead of just talking about it and putting it out there. If that, your thoughts on that?
Oh, no, I completely agree with you. And I think that that was the process that we went through during the budgeting. That's when the CRA coordinated actively compared our goals and plans to trying to present how to utilize the funds so that we can stay in that 4-point action plan that we have in our CRA plan. So right now, we're just at the very first month or second month of the fiscal year. And I'm just trying to make sure that we're on record that our CRA board did actually set aside funds for projects. And that's the main thing, that those
Right, the
projects are
money's all
also,
allocated for
yeah, that it's
specific
been
projects.
allocated and appropriated. And that it lines up with our budget too for this year. Because
And-
these are in our budgets. Those items are actually currently in the budget for fiscal year 2025, 2026.
And also aligns with the CRA plan.
Yes,
And when I look at the revitalization of the Larimer, that doesn't look like nearly enough money, 150,000. I don't see how that would even touch the Larimer, frankly,
and that's the
that's
amount.
gonna have to be increased, in my opinion,
Okay,
as we go along.
as we go. Yes,
Agreed,
ma'am.
agreed.
Yeah, so maybe even if an RFP is issued, we have a better sense when
Mhm.
we get responses or not about what that might look like. But I think that's one of those things that we could start moving forward with, getting that
Yes.
RFP issued,
Mhm.
so that we have some idea of what, because the Larimers in sore need of some
Okay.
restoration.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Commissioner Davis.
And this is for just my clarification. When projects start, CRA projects, they're also, excuse me, managed by the cities project management.
Yes.
Correct, but just in different buckets, right?
That is
And
quite right.
so I want to just
And
make
there's-
sure when we, as we're moving forward in meetings and these projects begin, that we get those kind of status reports that we're now getting in our commission meetings for city projects as well.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you. Any other discussion about this? Update on landscaping along St. John's Avenue and side streets, Ms. Carter?
Yes, one of the things that Christian and I did, we started driving around the CRA districts on the weekend and specifically paying attention to landscaping, maintenance and streets and curbside. And wanted to have a company that would be very responsive to the needs of the district. We were successful in identifying Four Seasons Lawn and Landscaping. The couple is here, Shan and Michelle Ellison. So I would like them to come up. I just wanted you to match the face to this quality service that we are starting to receive. And they did start in October.
Okay. And they can tell
Providing
us a little about
service.
themselves and their company and what they hope to accomplish for our CRA. So it looks beautiful.
Whoa.
Oh, so mic on, 1 minute.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. I've owned my business for 37 and a half years.
Oh,
Michelle is my wife,
Hi.
and we started in October, working from the 100 block to the railroad tracks on St. John's Avenue in 1 block north and south. So we're going to turn left and right as we work our way down St. John's Avenue. And keep the maintenance up, keep the weeds in the cracks, trees lifted up above the businesses.
Yay.
The curbs blown, the sidewalks blown, the trash picked up. I hope y'all are seeing a difference already.
I am.
Good,
Yeah, I am.
gonna tell you why.
thank you.
Yeah.
Good. There are some trash piles that have been there that the city, I guess the city garbage, there's some
Yes.
debris. It's palm limbs and
Yes.
things like that. I know of 2 spots that are heavy, so.
Maybe you can get those to Miss Cotty so she can
Great.
share them with the Public Works Director.
there goes the public works.
Okay. I'll get you the addresses.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Well, thank you.
yes, ma'am.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Again, another clarifying question. I'm trying to
Okay.
get my mind wrapped around things going forward. This does not include the river,
No, ma'am.
right? And I know that's separate as part of it. Okay, just want to make.
We start just this side of the clock tower and go to the railroad tracks.
Okay.
So, yeah, we don't do the riverfront.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
CRI District's Code Compliance Report.
Yeah, Mr. Lorenzo is here and, you know,
Yeah, I want to. Madam Mayor, Commissioners, good evening.
Good evening.
I apologize, the code officer, who usually brings the report to you, he's on vacation today. And Christy was supposed to come here, but I don't know what happened to her. I think the confusion with the time, I think it is,
Yeah.
maybe she's gonna come at 6 o'clock,
Hi.
most likely.
Okay, well, hopefully we won't be here.
She's a little bit
hopefully you
confusing.
won't be here.
Yeah. But basically what we have is we just have 3 new cases in the CRA area, and we have closed quite a few, as you can see in your, I believe in part of your package. But we
Yes.
continue to to patrol the area and look out for violations, and we try to do, when we do violation in one place, we tend to go to the whole block, so that we're not single out anyone.
Okay.
And that's
Thank
about
you.
it.
And also, we can see the difference there too, for sure.
Very, it's noticeable, and that's positive.
And one of those houses that has long had code violations is on the market. That has been a long time in coming,
Yeah,
Laurel. on the corner of Laurel.
Move it
So,
along,
yeah.
yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah,
think I
thank
don't
you.
have any questions. Do you have any questions, Commissioner? Thank you. Update on the Tillman House.
So our project manager is in training in Arizona. And so I am, given the report that on October 29th, the city executed a contract with Plus Point Construction. Pre-construction meeting was held November 5th. Notice to proceed was issued November 6th. So that means we're finally making significant progress. The fact that we now have a contractor and the notice has been issued. But there was a conversation with Palatka Art League, and they're having Christmas
The holiday
activities.
house,
So
yeah.
we're gonna wait. The start of the construction has been rescheduled to December 26th, 2025, right after Christmas sales start. But in the meantime, they are actively pursuing permits, ordering materials. The contract has also, the next page that is up on there, has already issued to us a project schedule. So the intent was to start, well, they did start mobilization, and hopefully we will be completed March 2026.
Great. Was there an application that went before the Historic Preservation Board for the work?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, because also the colors, not that we have prescribed colors, but it has to be in keeping with the architecture, so all of that hopefully is gonna come forward, and that will come forward by the project manager will bring all that forward. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Because it might be a good time to do that now, too soon,
Yeah.
like for the December meeting,
Yes, ma'am, yeah,
like now.
like. Okay, so
Okay,
for my report, city
yes, go
manager.
ahead, go on, yeah.
Okay, so we're currently, look, Mr. Lorenzo's here, but we're updating the comprehensive plan, which is the blueprint that helps guide how our community grow and thrives. And so October 15th, there was the second meeting that the planning director held at St. John River Center. The community was invited to give even more ideas. We were, at the time that I wrote this, we were awaiting the results of the grant application submitted by Health with Laurie Dietrich. They prepared the 5-year strategic action plan, but this evening, just before this meeting, I received from Florida Commerce a press release that Florida Commerce awarded 1.5 million to 26 Florida communities. There were 15 cities included in that award. The city of Palatka was one of the 15. So we have been
Yay.
awarded the grant to move forward with trying to gain understanding as to how that port consolidated. That is the focus of this particular grant. How
Okay.
will we move forward with the property that we identify as port consolidated? So that's a major achievement. We're excited. We just got it like 20 minutes ago. So we'll be moving forward with that. As a team, the department heads, we've been having discussion about how can we use that property short-term. Some of the discussions are storage. Other discussions are innovation center. Innovation center is where it's like a hub that invites the community, the college, the professionals, the entrepreneurs, and that way they exchange ideas to make the city great. So that's part of that update. And, as you know, the park equipment is being installed at the riverfront. The CRA coordinator position is it is being advertised. There might be a need at some point in the future to have a discussion about whether or not it should be upgraded to a CRA manager. At this time, the position is what you all gave, the city gave me permission to do, was to hire a city or a CRA coordinator. So we will pay attention to the applications that come in. And if there's ample applications for the CRA coordinator, we will move forward. Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
I have one, but it's not pertaining, y'all went on and I was studying on this a little bit about the Tillman House, but I
Okay,
do
go
have
ahead.
some
Go ahead.
questions there.
Okay.
When this amount of work is completed, would that put that building in a state of repair? Is it gonna be like in A grade, or are we gonna be halfway there, or?
Can you allow me to get with Public Works and Project Manager and I'll respond?
Okay.
I'm not sure. at
I'm
this
just
point.
curious
Are
as
you?
to how far that's gonna take us. I remember the bid last time and I
Right.
see what they're gonna do, but I have no idea. Is the wiring
sir.
bad, the plumbing bad? This doesn't.
I'll
detail.
follow up for you.
Okay.
To make
I also
sure.
think there's a lot of unknowns about that until you open up an
So
older
you
home.
start.
Trust me from
Exactly.
experience,
sure
you'll
there are.
find out.
I'm sure there's a ton of unknowns when you start opening those walls up.
Once you would open up. Wow,
Okay.
just in time. Is there
So
anything else?
The most important thing is that we finally got construction. We finally have a firm that is qualified to perform this construction.
Thank
the
you. Can we
Tillman
go
House.
back and vote on the minutes now? Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Now that Commissioner Campbell has arrived.
We wanna, for the record, state,
Commissioner, that's
okay.
what I said,
right.
Commissioner Campbell has arrived.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Yes, I move that we accept the minutes of the, what are the dates? Sorry.
October 23rd.
Yes. Of the October, I'm not looking. at
October
the-
23rd.
Oh,
2025.
October 23rd, 2025 meeting.
Second.
We have a motion, a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Thank you. Is there anything else we need to vote on?
The special event grant application.
We're gonna do some
I
tweaking.
think they want to bring it
We
back.
want to tweak.
Right.
So I don't think there was anything else. Did I miss something? Go
didn't
ahead.
say something.
Go ahead.
And then she has something to say too.
Okay, please.
Okay, so what I forgot to say was the amount of the grant is $75,000. And it
Okay.
is specifically to advance the gateway redevelopment plan for the former Port Consolidated site, ensuring sustainable reuse that will be consistent with our CRA plan as well.
Okay. Commissioner Campbell.
With regards to that statement, and I was present on Zoom, so I was able to hear it. The last thing I want to see that facility be used as is a storage.
Okay.
I think that the second idea which you pitched may have been something, but a storage, absolutely not.
Okay.
Even if we turn it into a maker space where we set up and have people who does not have access to internet and things of that nature to be able to come in, do resumes, print
Right,
stuff.
exactly.
Some kind of business center temporary. I
Right.
just do not want to see that building become a storage
unit.
of any sort.
Okay,
I agree.
thank you.
We all agree, I think, on that. Thank you.
And so that's Plan C, that it include Business Incubator Innovation Center.
Yeah, and a maker space can be something entirely different too, but I mean, those ideas are worthwhile considering. I agree with
Okay.
Commissioner Campbell.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
A question. And we may have to go.
We may have to do some research on this. Where did we land with the lamps in the South Historic District?
I'll go back and
Okay,
research that
could you
for you.
let us know in a future,
I will.
in the next meeting? I'm just curious where we landed.
Right.
And,
We really will.
well, because I don't think we
Because it was
landed.
gas
I don't think we
versus-
landed, so I
Okay,
just wanna,
that was South Historic.
Well, I can
Go ahead,
provide
Ms.
a little
West.
bit of clarification.
Okay.
There was a certificate of appropriateness to pursue the solar powered lamps, and that COA was denied.
Okay.
And so if you want to, as a board, to continue to pursue lamps, you can initiate as the CRA board that application process. You'd still need to get a COA. And, you know, Lorenzo can guide us through the process, but as of right now, it's dead unless someone initiates the application process for a COA.
Okay, it's dead for at least the use of solar at this point.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? Thank you. Did you want to say something else?
Yes,
Ms. West?
so in keeping with the CRA plan as it pertains to the South Historic District, just trying to pick up where Ms. Odom had left off before she left. One of the things that she was working on was streetscaping, specifically tree planting in the South Historic District. And I believe this is one of the issues that Mr. Russo wanted to touch on in his 3 minutes of public comment, but the first phase of that was going to be the 2 east-west corridors in the South Historic District, which would be Oak and Laurel. I did check with utilities on the right-of-ways, and they've indicated where they cannot be planted. But there's some diagrams of potential tree options that are appropriate for that area. If that's something that you do want to pursue, you do have the funding. It was something Kristen was working on. And we just need a little direction on how you want to pursue that.
Okay. One of the thoughts of the board, do we want to approve moving forward with that or any other recommendations, suggestions?
Just a clarification. So this was a presented or work that she was going to present to the board?
Right, and she just didn't get an
Okay,
Didn't get an
okay.
opportunity to do that.
And the funds for,
The CRA does have.
Yeah, I believe we
Yeah,
have the
that's-
funds
I know.
allocated.
I just know, I
Yeah.
just like to get it
I
on the
will
record.
confirm it, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I was just gonna offer, I mean, I think it's a great idea. Trees definitely
Mm-hmm. That's when she was talking about
enhance.
putting shade.
Correct.
Mhm.
They're good for the environment, they
Yes.
enhance the neighborhood. I don't see, it's a win-win in my mind. There's no reason not to move forward, but somebody needs to make that motion.
Make a motion that we move forward with the phase 1 of the streetscaping with the planting of the trees.
Okay, thank you.
A second.
Second it.
We have a motion and a second. We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Thank you. Anything else, Ms. West? Oh, go ahead,
I
Commissioner.
do have questions with
Okay.
regards to some of the stuff that Ms. Odom was working on prior to her departure. I know that we were working on trying to solidify the branding of downtown, which would have been attached to a lot of different things as far as the signage and wayfinding and things of that nature.
Right.
Has that work continued? Where are we with that? Because I believe she was ultimately super close to making a presentation to the commission along with Ms. Hall, our public information officer. So I just want to make sure, again, I say it all the time, we talk about things when they're hot, but when they're no longer hot, we put them on the back burner until it's a need again. So I really want us to make sure as we try to make continued progress that we take that into consideration, because that branding is
So
tied
critical.
into a lot of different things that will be going on in our CRA district.
So what we have done is Ms. Odom was very proficient. As she closed out her period with us, I did secure from her a listing of all projects, status of where we are, remaining steps to be completed. So we're just hoping that we get the person in very soon, but in the meantime, we're following whatever she has there for
So
us.
Ms. Hall is kind of taken.
She
up
will
that
be the person that will help us
with
more
that
with that
component.
branding,
Okay.
because she's kind of into that as well.
I'll say this, I understand that there is a vacancy, but that doesn't stop the work that needs to be
No.
done. This has been something that we have been waiting for way prior to Ms. Odom. And like I said, this is critical in order for us to be able to move on with a lot of different other projects that will be or would need the branding in order for us to move forward. So with that checklist, I would strongly recommend that we allocate that possibly, because it's still within the public information or could fall up under that category, so that we can go ahead and push forward, at least with bringing it to the commission so we can make the final decision, or I'm sorry, the CRA board, so that we would be able to see what was in play, because I believe that we selected a vendor, we selected all of those kind of things. So if we selected that vendor is really the person that should be putting in the work at this time.
So my memory is that, what we decided to do was take the branding that had been done.
The existing
the-
branding,
branding.
but it
Right,
was
take
also,
that existing branding,
it was the existing branding.
right?
But we also had, there was, if my memory serves me correct,
Okay,
that there was still some communication that was supposed to happen with the vendor that was supposed to get us certain files so that we would be able to change
right.
and that was up to Ms. Hall.
Okay,
Okay,
and
so-
we had, when I say we, the city had all of that when
Yeah.
we
We
received the
did.
branding packet initially, and I have it on a thumb drive, but we had the ability to alter it or to use it as needed, and that should be somewhere in the city.
And we
mean-
do have it. You gave it to Ms.
I gave,
Sullivan.
yeah,
Okay, and it is currently in her file, in the
Okay.
shared file.
okay.
So I will work more
Make sure
closely
Ms.
with
Hall-
Ms. Hall
okay,
because
thank
she's
you.
now starting to get involved with the branding part.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Commissioner Palacio?
To backpedal just a little bit, Ms. West, take me back to the street lighting, the lamps, clear some of that up for me. I'm in the weeds here.
Sure, and I'm probably gonna lean towards our planning director, because he guides, COA applications through the HPB process.
Yeah, the request went to the Historic Preservation Board for a certificate of appropriateness. At that time, the CRA was not sure which direction they were gonna go with the gas, and I think the Historic Preservation Board went review it. I think they felt that the CRA board needed to make a decision which type of lamp they were gonna use. And so therefore, Historic Preservation was not convinced and they turned it down.
Okay,
So
so, but we didn't do that, so. yeah.
we've not made a decision, solar or gas
Right.
or anything. We're still in
Exactly.
limbo.
So
So
it
we're,
was like they felt that it was a little bit ahead of the time. But they, they turned it down.
okay.
They deny it, and at one point I told Ms. Alton, that they have an option to appeal that decision to the city commission, and they decided not to pursue it.
So this board has not made a decision on which way to
I
go.
don't think they did, that you have yet.
We didn't.
That's why I was.
If I can.
Go ahead.
And the reason I was bringing it back is because I think it was a compelling case to ignite those lights. They're there and they're just not functioning properly.
Right.
And of course, we as a city want to, and the CRA want to look at the most effective and cost efficient and, least labor intensive way. And without, obviously, we know without sacrificing the historic preservation, right? But in 2025. And so that's what made me bring it back up, because they're just lampposts there.
I agree with you, Ms. Davis, about the comparison of costs between gas and the solar. But for that area of town, there is a great nostalgia for the old time effect with the gas. So it would have to be a lot of difference for me to support not going with the gas, in my opinion.
And I think also, just to piggyback off what Commissioner Pelletier stated, I think we had great conversation with regards to wanting to, well, I would say lean towards the gas. And we actually were looking for, or had a presentation from the gas authority that talked about what it would do or what it would be to maintain those lights and things of that nature. But we had extensive conversation and we kind of gave a recommendation, but we were looking at the options, as Commissioner Davis stated. And I am of the same thought process as Commissioner Pelletier, that I would want to side with those that live in that area and be friendly to the gas.
And I don't know, have people in that district been polled? Because nobody, I mean, I'm on this board, so it doesn't matter, but I'm just saying, I was never asked, and I live in that neighborhood. There was never really a poll taken. So we're making an assumption that people want a gas. I don't know if that's true or not. It could
Well,
be.
Mayor, I respectfully, because I specifically asked the question in the meeting. And no, I'm just saying, so if you did not get polled, that was error on the person who did the presentation, because that was one of the questions that I asked in regards to the conversation.
I
So
think she did have a survey done.
I believe so too.
I don't recall the result of the survey, but I know she conducted a survey.
Right.
You did conduct a survey, but not specific to that, and two of us on this board sit in the South Historic
Oh.
District, and neither of us got that survey. So it's just a question for clarification, because I know we want to do the right thing. We know environmentally, there's reasons to do one over the other, but I also have never seen a solar light that looks like a gas light. It'd be nice to see a video of something like that too, because I don't know what that really looks like. Does it look the same? I
Well,
don't know.
Can I bring it back?
Can we bring it back and then we
For
can make
in
a
the
decision to move
next meeting?
forward? Because I think we need to make a decision or recommendation to move
Okay.
forward, and I think we need to do that.
And if there has not been a poll done, I would like us to do that as well. I can't locate where it was done.
Anything else?
Good.
Okay, with that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank
Is our
you.
next, the 8th of December, is that our next meeting?
Yes, it's,
Verify that for me, please.
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, it's on December, 1 minute.
I
I have it in
on
my
my calendar on the 8th
It's on the 8th,
at 5.
yeah.
I just want to verify.
I have it on.
Change out on.
I have a comment about these gas.
We can't do that.
Well, the meeting's over with, so I was gonna.
Yeah, but we can't discuss it now that the meeting's over. We can't